Believe me, bitch.
Bitch. Hey, hey. Hey, I feel like you need another shot.
Nah, I'm good.
You're good?
Cheers. Did we say cheers?
I don't remember. Shake it out.
I don't know the dance at all.
Nah, I can shake it.
Is that the dance?
I think so. Hey.
Everybody's either meeting new people right now, trying to meet new people, getting back with their exes, getting back with their exes. So, yeah, I just want to hear it because everyone's, in a weird time right now because of quarantine and, like, coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this was, like, someone that I definitely was wondering kind of, like, what was up.
Back it up. Where'd you meet him? Who is
a friend of a friend.
A friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Friend of a friend.
Is this the friend of a friend that you went out with a while back?
I don't know about back then.
Doesn't matter.
No. It's some girl I met from college.
Okay.
Her friend.
Not the same person. Go.
But yeah, we were just kind of like kicking it, trying to see what's up. But I think that...
Please go a little bit more into detail.
What?
We were kicking it, trying to see what was up.
We were kicking it.
What does that mean?
We were... Okay, so honestly, this is probably something I feel like we could talk about, but...
We could talk about it. He's not going to watch. It's all good. Unless you tell him, yo, watch this video.
No, I'm not going to say anything, but I think that it's hard when we're like as young as we are. And how old are you?
24.
24, right? I'm 22. Be honest, when you look at the grand scheme of your life, you don't know who the fuck you are, right?
I mean,
you're figuring it out.
That's a great point that we could go in on right now. But I definitely don't know who I am, but I have learned more about who I am in the past since I became 20, 21. Mm-hmm. Like that's when I started becoming conscious of like, okay.
Do you feel like you know who you are when you're like by yourself?
Yes.
Right?
I already know where you're going with this. Because there was a time when I moved to Manhattan, the first 2 years I was in Manhattan, I was the loneliest I ever was, but like it was a time for me to like figure things out and like go through shit by myself.
Yeah.
Like had no girl, like just broke up with my ex-girl, like broke up with my girlfriend after 3 years.
Yeah.
Like changed up my whole life, changed colleges, moved from Hartwick, Oneonta, which is like a tiny school with 1,300 people, and moved to Manhattan, to Baruch, the biggest city in the world, one of them at least, and completely flipped my life upside down and like just was going through it, crying, happy, excited,
you
scared.
just don't know what the fuck to feel ever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, but you're so right. I know. We completely segued, and I feel like you're trying to like block the conversation I was bringing up. But go back to what you were saying.
But the more and more, and I think that I was gonna say with Corona, like the Corona, everything you seek so much like affection because like you literally. My sister went to college the other day and she was like, "Oh my god, I haven't been around this many boys in months."
Yeah,
so
it feels weird.
It feels weird, and you just like don't know how to act. So I feel as if like every like I don't know, whatever coronavirus has kind of made everyone super super depressed. But then you're like, "Oh my god, like I'm just so on like the other spectrum kind of thing."
Yeah. I know what you're saying. It's coronavirus has opened up everybody's brain.
It's like, can you be lonely or do you need somebody right now?
I'm good at both.
Yeah.
I'm very good at both because I've had both. Mm-hmm. So like right now, this is funny that you're saying this, but I've recently been thinking like I want to be lonely, but like I have somebody in my life right now that I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, because
like,
you know why?
I want to be lonely, but I like you at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I feel like I'm in this.
And I hate that I'm saying this, and I know she's gonna see this, and I know she's gonna laugh. But anyway.
No, but it's your truth. You're speaking your truth at the end of the day, and it's just
but
like.
I didn't want to say it. It's all good. It's all good. But so get back to the guy. Tell me the story.
Okay, sorry.
How did it happen? Who is it? I know who it is actually. Don't really know, but how'd you meet him? How did this happen?
Okay,
Not
so
Tinder.
A friend of a friend, and then we met. We hung out.
The friendly Tinder.
No, it wasn't Tinder thing.
I was just saying.
I'm not
a friend.
We met through a friend of a friend. We met. Kicked it as in like we hung out, talked a lot, texted a lot, FaceTimed a lot.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. I went like hung out with his friends a few times.
That's a big step right there.
For a guy?
For anybody. Like
okay.
his best friends?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're meeting a guy's friends, that means he's comfortable enough to bring you around, which is like a big step.
I know, but
I mean, I guess.
Don't make me cry
on
this episode.
Oh, cry. Jesus Christ.
Not cry as in like, but cry as in like, you know when a bitch is lost? You're just like, fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's a good place to be.
Is it?
Yes. Wait, okay, so look, let's turn this entire episode into therapy.
Oh.
Why are you lost? It's okay.
Just because, like, I feel like I need to, like, figure out myself. I don't know how to figure out myself while also being with somebody else. If that makes sense. Cause,
it does.
For me,
but so what do you mean? Like, are you trying to figure out what you actually want? You don't know what you want?
I just feel like my life has been a mess for, like, the past, like, 3 years. And the final time that I get a break, of course I get a break and I meet a guy that I really, really like. But also at the same time, I meet a guy and then I'm like, I've always like heard like people are always scared to be the person that they know they want to become. Like
they're afraid of being who they want to become.
Who they want, like always, like you can be the person that
Hold
you want to.
A little closer.
The person that you want to be.
You're afraid to be the person that you want to be.
Yeah, because you come up with so many excuses.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody has a vision of what they would love to be.
Yeah.
But they see all the shit that comes before it or how they could get there, and they're like.
And sometimes I wonder if I can do that while having like someone sort of by my side, because like when you're sort of about to be in a relationship, a lot of your energy has to go into that, and you forget about you. You forget about you.
Yo, Brittany, this is my life in a nutshell.
Is it?
Literally.
Wow, how are we on the same vibe right now?
Nah, because this is like, so going back to how I was going through what you're going through when I first moved to the city, lonely, figuring it out, didn't have anybody, trying to figure out who I was, still going through that 3.5 years later, like still trying to figure it out. I'm definitely on the path, but I know exactly what you're saying. Like, how can I be me while I'm still trying to figure it out for you? Like, how can I be me for you? Let's say we're dating. How can I figure out who to be for you when I don't even know who to be for me?
Or like, even like, how can I love you when I don't even like love me?
Well, you love yourself. You just don't know why.
But I feel like some people just like don't, not that you don't love yourself, but you just don't understand yourself.
Exactly. Nobody does until you get to that point where you really know. But it's like, I feel like all this stems from other things. The reason you don't think you know yourself is because of the things around you that are telling you what you are rather than you telling you what you are. Yeah. So it's like, you got to figure out within yourself, like, all right, this is who I want to be. This is how I'm going to be that person. But a lot of people get distracted with what's going on around them. Boyfriends, girlfriends, moms, dads telling them, you got to do this. You got to make sure you do this first. Yeah. I know your passion is this, but like, make sure you do this before you try doing that. I know. It's like there's so many influences on what we should be or what we should do that we get so distracted and we don't even know. We just pick something like, this is actually a good idea. When realistically deep down, you're like, this is not what I want.
You know what you want. You're
just afraid to bring it up to the people around you that are most important to you.
Exactly. But the thing is, like, sometimes I feel like you bring this sort of up to the people who you like care the most about, and they reflect it on them and like feel like it's like a them
Who are you
problem.
Are you talking about like your parent, your mom, dad, sister?
I mean, I feel like I'm talking about like friends that I've like left in the past, or like guys that I've left. Like, they always think it's like them, and it's just like, I kind of want to figure me out and shit.
Okay, now we're getting into a legitimate therapy episode because I just had the same conversation with somebody that I really like. Now we're getting super personal or whatever. She's super cool.
It's
like,
the same group been kicking it for a minute. Okay. Yeah.
She's really cool. Like, super, like, we're really on the same wavelength, I could say. But it's just like, I'm still trying to figure out what's good with me. Because, like, I've tried so many things in the past few years, and I'm still, like, that guy with the question marks by his head. I'm still that guy. Like, I really don't know. I'm out here doing this podcast because I just think it's the right thing to do. I don't necessarily think I'm good at it. I don't necessarily think it's a great, like, I just know that I should be doing this and figuring it out as I go.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just not trying to leave I don't want to have any excuses for myself.
Exactly.
I want to just do as much as I can and say, listen, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried this. I tried that. It didn't work out, but it led me to this. I'm just trying to go with the flow and not, because people will complain about shit. Like, like, not saying you're complaining, but you're like trying to go through it. You're going through it. People will just be like, I don't know what to do, instead of like
actually
doing something. And like, because people are going through the same exact thing that you're going through, but they're not willing to like talk about it. They're not willing to like go try something that's going to change their life that can eventually lead to something that they want.
Yeah.
They're just afraid and they don't want to move, and they're just like comfortable, like, oh, this is comfortable, like I'll just be unhappy here. Right here. Yeah. Like this I get through the day, like I pay my bills. Yeah. I have friends, like this is cool.
It is.
But like they want more inside, but they're not willing to go through the struggles to get to that.
Yeah. The uncertainty is what scares a lot of people.
I spoke way too much. I'm out of breath. Okay, so back to the guy. So what's wrong? What's the problem with this whole guy? Like, is it just right person, wrong time?
I don't think that there really is a problem. I mean, I think that he's a lot more a lot more mature than I am. Like, he has his own place. He's like doing his own thing. That doesn't mean he's mature
at all. That just means he's
you're right.
He's successful, I guess.
Yeah, I get. And it's like made me want to be more successful.
That's good. That's exactly what you need. Everybody needs someone
to push you,
that
like,
drives them.
Exactly.
But not in a bad way, in a good way.
Yeah.
Although a bad way still pushes you, but like you want that good, like, yeah, like, yo, I'm getting my money. What's good with you? Like, yo, I'm getting my work in. Are you getting your work in?
Exactly.
Like, that kind of motivation.
Yeah, but
you taking a shot? Let's go. It's all good. This is the less formal version of the show. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Cheers to the camera. Yep. Woo. Salute. Brittany was already slurring, and now. Oh. Ooh. Okay. What were you saying? So he motivates you.
Yeah, he motivates me a lot, which I absolutely love.
But there's a but coming.
There's a but coming.
He's maturer than you. He's successful, has a job, has a career, whatever.
But I don't know, and I think I'm hesitant to say this because I just haven't said this to him yet, because it's literally
it's okay. He's not gonna know.
Is that I don't know if he's like emotionally mature.
And please break that down for everybody.
As in, like.
Please break that down for everybody.
Girls may not know what they want, but they know how they feel, and they know what, like, they just know themselves emotionally. Because think about it, you hit puberty at what, 12? I'm 22.
You figured it out.
I figured it the fuck out. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, guys don't think go I don't know what it is, but like,
just say what you're thinking, because
I feel like I know what you mean. I feel as if I like saw a lot of potential in someone, and like I know it's there, but I don't know if we're both emotionally mature for it yet.
Now, when you say you don't know you're both emotionally mature yet, what exactly does that mean? Like, he's not capable of dealing with what you are expecting?
I feel as if like I'm trying to express like how I'm feeling and how I'm becoming, and like how I'm trying to like get out of this state, as in like whatever. But instead of,
I didn't even get what you meant.
But like, as in like, I'm trying to like talk about like how I feel, and like how I'm trying to like move through the motions of like what I'm doing, or like how you make me feel, sort of thing. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, or no?
Not at all. Not smelling what you're stepping in.
Okay.
You're trying to explain to him how you feel, and what, he doesn't understand, or he's not picking up on it?
I feel...
Are you afraid to like bring up the conversation of like how you feel about him? Is that what you're trying to say? Have you guys discussed how you both feel?
No. Never. I said something along the lines of like,
yeah, get it out. Come on.
I said something along the lines of like,
talk about it.
We're not matching up because of this.
Which was?
Something, yeah.
Just give us a little
synopsis.
A little coverage.
I was just like, listen, I feel like we haven't gotten to knowing each other because sex gets involved a lot and sex makes shit cloudy in your mind.
Correct.
Cloudy as in you think that you know someone for 3 weeks to a month and you're like, all right, cool, I'll fuck him because I've waited 3 weeks to a month. But like, and then you like hang out with someone and then you get to know a person and then you're like, holy fuck, I had no idea who you actually were.
Yeah. Because 3 weeks is like, depending on how much you actually physically communicate with that person.
No, but even
texting,
in person,
calling,
bro, like it's just like you like someone so much that you're gonna just like you're just gonna show so much of like you're just gonna be like, I don't think that you ever show who you actually are in like 3 weeks of knowing, like when you.
It depends. I know what you're saying though, but it really depends on how comfortable the other person makes you, because there's times where I'm like afraid of being who like. People know who I am, but then people don't really know who I am. Because then when I'm with them and they like, when I'm comfortable with you, because you'll be like, what the fuck was that? And I'll just be like, that's me. Just random shit all the time coming out of me.
Yeah.
Not physically, not literally, but like, I'll just like, say random shit, do random shit like dances.
Yeah.
I literally get jittery out of excitement.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be something to do later, and I'm like, woo!
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
So
do other
weird,
people do
though.
that? Do other people do that? I want to know. Nobody else does that.
Swipe and
like literally, no, but like my body shakes. Anyway, getting too personal there. Mm-hmm. But I guess it depends on how comfortable the other person makes you, because I'm sure you felt more comfortable with somebody after meeting them for 2 days than with somebody else. Like you and Stavros, you've met a couple times, but you're not comfortable enough to fucking start twerking in the room.
No, but it's not even
Actually,
that.
You probably are, but
shut up.
I'm sorry.
It's not even that. It's just like, I think that especially when you don't like maybe know how someone was before.
Yeah.
And then you talk about like let's say you're like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Go. Try to explain it. Ask me anything. I like this though, because you're in a very good spot right now.
I'm actually.
A lot of people probably feel the exact same way.
No, hold on. I feel like we have to just go for a second because I have not talked to him about this at all.
It's okay. He's not gonna know. He's really not gonna know. You think he's gonna watch this video?
I don't know, bro, because we're literally not talking right now.
Trust me.
All right,
you haven't said anything that would. You haven't said anything that would ruin it.
Fine.
And I'll vouch for you.
You're right.
If you watch this, she's a good girl. She means well.
No, this is
don't
my
fuck
truth.
it
But
up.
like,
he'll probably fuck me up. He's probably bigger than me.
Some guys have such a negative view on women, and they have no idea how the woman that that they're with was how they were in their past, kind of thing.
You drunk? Didn't make any sense.
Meaning,
what did you
like,
say? Say that again.
Some guys are just like, they talk so down on like
girls.
On girls.
I know what you're saying,
like,
because they've been hurt. They've been hurt in the past.
And it's just like, but like.
So okay. I'm sorry if I'm right, guy. I'm sorry if I'm right, but I feel like you're not even in the camera. You're in the camera. Sorry.
Am I? Okay.
You are. But tell me if I'm wrong. He's been cheated on in the past, and he's like super pushy against like getting too close to you, kind of thing.
Like I
kind
feel
of
as if I feel as if.
But he's been cheated on, and he told you.
No, he hasn't. The thing is, okay, what I feel like when you meet someone and you don't talk about your past, then you're like, well, what the fuck happened in your past that you don't want to talk about? Like, can we just like talk about it and get it over
so
with?
he specifically doesn't want to talk about it.
He won't because he thinks that it's like a threat to me, and it's like, it's not a threat, but I just want to know how you were with women before me.
No,
like,
not
why
even
didn't
that.
it work?
Why didn't it work? You kind of need to get. So how long have you guys been talking?
It's like 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months.
It's very, very like slow.
But like, are you guys talking often, or you talk on the phone?
No,
you speak in person only?
Like I go to see him twice a week.
And that's all the
FaceTime, like,
you guys
while
are,
I'm working, while he's working.
so you're talking.
It's a lot.
But do you ever spill into like past conversation and then he just like
we don't
dubs
talk
it?
about our past.
But that's like sometimes that's okay. But I know exactly your curiosity. You want to know if he's had a girlfriend before. That's important news. This is important stuff.
I just
like,
think
have you been in a relationship? Or is this the first? Am I the first person like you're really going this far with? Am I the 30th?
Yeah, you don't know.
You need to know a little bit about what they've been through so you can kind of adjust to them.
I know.
But I get what you're saying, and that's probably.
And
why
I just don't. I hate saying this because I don't know if it's to you, but I just feel like a lot of guys aren't like emotionally mature. Like, they think that every girl that they kicked it with and it didn't work out, like, fuck her, she's a bitch, she's a slut, she's a this, is that. And it's just like, you didn't even really figure out what happened between you two.
You know what it is? I realized guys are just afraid to show their true emotions around a scenario, around a situation.
Yeah.
And then they think that them being all tough and talking shit about, oh, fuck this bitch, fuck that bitch, all bitches are this, that, and the other. Sorry to say bitches, but you know what I mean. They're just doing that because they feel like that's their way of getting like, oh,
your upper hand.
I'm a man. Girls
and let me
ain't
tell you
shit.
something.
I've been cheated on. Like, I've been cheated on. And I know.
I don't even know that.
Listen, we don't have to get into it.
I don't even know that.
I've been cheated. Yes, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, but yeah. So I've been cheated on, and like, it was actually like.
We're very, very young.
I was very young. This is
I
my
was
first
young,
real.
so you were young.
My first real relationship.
Yeah.
But by no means do I hate this girl at all.
Good. As
I
you
still
shouldn't.
talk to her. I'm still friendly with her. Even the guy she cheated on me with, I don't give a fuck. Like, congratulations, bro. Like, good for you. But what I'm saying is, like, that girl, that relationship taught me so much. I'm so mature now as a partner. I haven't had a girlfriend since, but no, that's not true. I'm sorry. But it made me I just grew so much from that situation. Like, I learned that trust is like the number one thing that comes into any relationship, friendship, like dating, marriage, whatever it is. Trust is the number one thing. And then when that's broken, it's very, very, very difficult to come back from that.
Yeah.
That's why, like, the first time is like a very important, like, anyway, we don't have to get into the whole cheating thing.
I think
but
that like
what
trust
I'm saying
is different, but it's also just like personality. Like, you know, when you meet someone and you just like them so much that you don't even really act yourself, and then we start acting like yourself, you're like, oh shit, I don't clash with this motherfucker.
I know
like,
what you're saying.
We're just
you
like
kind of notice how they are, so you start like catering a little bit to how they are.
And then you're just like, wait, but like this is like literally not how I'm like.
I know,
I
but
feel like I have to hide certain types of myself.
I know what you're saying though. You want them to like you so much that
you're
willing to like. You're not even willing, but you're just doing it like out of like muscle memory. Like, oh, this guy likes this. I'm gonna pretend like Like, I'm not gonna lie. Some girl I met recently.
What?
said she liked anime. I was like, oh, I watch Avatar. And she came back at me like, that's not even anime. That's like some fucking mainstream shit. I was like, okay.
Exactly. And then that makes me think like, oh shit, do I not even know myself? But it's just like, maybe we just didn't even know each other as friends.
That's normal. That's normal. We all do that. Because
you want people to like you, I feel like.
Whether or not anybody realizes, anytime you get into a room, of course there's real men and women who don't change their attitude. Fuck you. You do. When you get into certain rooms that you don't know the people, you just want to fit in a little bit so you can slowly show who you are.
Yourself.
You don't want to come in and be like, I'm a bodybuilder. Like, cool, we get it. Your shirt's ripping. Like, we get it.
Yeah.
But like, you don't want to come in there and like, you want to get comfortable and like feel out the room. So that's why you kind of conform. But then also, like, if you really like somebody in that room, you're really not trying to get on their bad side. So you want to really stay on the.
Well, think about this.
I don't know where I was going with that, but you know what I mean.
You're feeling someone out, and you get to the point where you're so like sexually attracted to them. So like you're like, all right, cool, we fucked. The sex is great. And then you scale it back 2 months, and you're like, wait, the sex is great, but I don't know if I can't be myself. And then you're kind of just like
I know exactly
Do
what
you?
you're talking
I
about.
feel like you're looking at me crazy.
You guys have a very specific, particular kind of relationship where it's like you feel like you can't push certain buttons or agendas.
I feel like I can't.
You can't talk about certain things.
Me.
I know exactly what you mean. Like, without it kind of ruining what's going on.
Yeah, or without it causing, like, you want everything to be so fucking perfect.
You want it to just be a flowing river.
Yeah, and then you wake up and you're like,
I'm sorry, that was such a gross, like,
yeah, I guess it
metaphor,
was.
But
you're like, damn, I can't even, like, be my, like, I know can't be myself
okay,
right
so
now.
I'm sorry to say.
He ain't for you?
No, by no means he's not for you. He could be perfect for you. But you need to have this conversation with him and be like, yo, I'm sorry, but it's been X amount of months. This has been going how it's going. I don't feel like I'm getting the full experience. Like, I want to be who I am. This is who I am. Who are you? Like, I feel like we haven't had this conversation. But
this is what I tried to say, and instead
he was good at maneuvering out of the conversation.
It was flipped into like I said it as a way in like, let's slow down on having sex and being, because I think that sex really complicates things. And he was like, well, we don't have sex all the time, so like, what are you even talking about? And I was just like,
that's not the point, Chief.
And I was like, I know, but that's where in my head it always like stems from, because it's like when you have sex with someone, you think everything's all kosher because like you're literally getting your nut, so you think everything's like fine, and then whatever.
No.
And
I'm aware.
Yeah, so I'm like trying to move backwards, and like he's not.
You're trying to move backwards, and then he's not what?
And he's just like, well, like, we don't have sex all the time, so what are you talking about? We're not sexual. We're not this. We're not that.
He's trying to just like downplay it. Like, this is not what we're doing. It's like, he's like, this is super casual.
It's just like basically like, I'm the problem, and I'm just like, that's what I'm saying. Where the emotional maturity comes in, where it's just like, instead of being like, Britt, what's actually going on? Like, just talk to me. You know what it is? He doesn't want to have the conversation. That's all it is. He doesn't. Which I completely understand. But is it because like he knows exactly what I'm talking about?
That means this is exactly what it means. Ready? Holy shit! Call me fucking Jerry Seinfeld. I mean Jerry Seinfeld. Dr. Phil. What the fuck? Jerry Seinfeld. That was not even close. But what it means is that he likes you, or he cares for you and doesn't want to have that conversation because he's not on the same page as you. That's exactly what it means. Something along those lines. Not talking for you, bro, but you know what I mean. That's exactly what it means. It means like he's afraid to shut you down, or doesn't want to hurt you, kind of thing. Because if he's still keeping it going and he knows you kind of think this way and like you're a little pushy now, like if he knows that and he's still talking to you and still keeping you around, he's afraid to let you go, but at the same time doesn't want to ruin what's going on already. He thinks it's good for him, it's good for you. He doesn't want to like make it more complicated than it already is. Yeah,
for guys it's just like, okay, cool, we hang out, we have fun, it's a good thing. We have sex and it's like all kosher, but girls, it's just like, are you emotionally on the same page as I am?
I know you girls are fucking not complicated. It's not that we're complicated. Some of you are just the worst. Just kidding. Love you all. It's
not that we're the worst.
You're not the worst.
But it's
that's just
like,
coming from me. Just, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, people really should just like know who they are before they get into stuff.
Well, that's why.
But that's just like a whole self-help
chaos in the world, because
exactly.
Literally we're all just chasing things that we either don't really want, or we're getting things that we shouldn't have, kind of thing.
I know, and that's why we all listen here. You just need to tune in. You need to tune into yourself. Like, you have all of the answers.
Guys, we were supposed to have a fucking podcast about things that turn you on and things that turn you off.
And shit just
it's literally been like 40 minutes. And we haven't spoke about any of that.
All right,
it's been
so
33
let's speak
minutes.
about that.
So let's transition a little bit here. So,
but this is always a complication. The complication is, let's fuck.
Sex is the worst, guys. Don't have it. That's it.
It's not the worst.
Just be asexual. That's it.
But it could be the worst.
No, listen. Everything is good in moderation, and as well, it's like sex is phenomenal if you could just block out the emotional attachments that come along with it.
But the emotional attachment is what makes it so good.
No. It's not it's not the emotional attachment that makes it good. It's what you do with that emotional attachment that makes it good or bad. Like, some people can just have sex, not even think about the other person, and not even give a fuck about the other person. And some people can have sex, and that's all they'll think about 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days.
Yeah, don't do
365 days a year.
Don't do that.
Until that person marries them, dates them, whatever. But they get themselves into that situation anyway.
That's true.
Okay, so
we
sorry.
shouldn't do that.
Sorry for the therapy session. 33 minutes in, we're going to turn-ons and turns offs.
What you want.
We don't have that much going on here anyway, so I'm glad we had that whole conversation. Brittany, you do not need another tequila shot.
Fine.
You're really let's talk anyway.
I ain't talking to
okay,
like that.
This is gonna be whack, to be honest.
No, it's not.
So what's a turn on for you? A turn on.
I don't even have to look at the screen.
I had more turn offs.
Are we gonna talk about physical or emotional?
Both. I had my stuff on the screen.
I have
nothing to do with you. So don't even look at the screen. Anyway, go.
Physical?
Doesn't matter. Just hit me with something.
Number 1, tattoos. I'm so lame.
Tattoos?
Yeah.
A lot or like a few? Or like a little
just tattoos in general. Like a good sleeve.
A good sleeve works for me.
A good sleeve is a huge turn on.
For me, I was looking for unusual turn-ons. Unusual. That's a pretty usual one, but like whatever. Okay. Usual, I guess. I'm just fucking you. Hygiene, nails.
Oh.
Whether or not they're real or fake, whatever. Okay. As long as they're clean, cut, put together, I fuck with you. I fuck with them shits.
These are real, baby. I'm a hair model. Well, look at Harper's Art anti-aging article.
Are these real nails?
Yeah, I was actually
Nah, those are actually pretty
look,
tight.
I know, right?
With the Cartier ring in my face. Get it out of here. Smell like hygiene. If you smell like perfume, to me.
Honestly, I think it's like dependent on a person because.
Of course.
I've known people very close to me and their boyfriends smell like shit. And I'm like, how the fuck do you hang out with this motherfucker?
I love how you were like this.
Yeah, I was like,
smell like shit.
I'm like, yo, bro. I walk into the room, I'm like, yo, it does
my nose ring.
I'm like, does he wash his drawers?
I'm not picking my nose on camera. My nose ring.
Nose ring. 10 out of 10. Turn on.
Hey,
let's get it. Hey.
Anyway, okay.
100%.
For me, athletes, if they're athletic,
that's more of a,
or they don't have to be athletic, but if you do something that takes makes strength and like, persistence and like something.
So meditation, yoga,
like,
that kind of shit,
Pilates. Something that takes more than just. Like, there's girls out there that don't do anything. I'm sorry if you're one of those girls, but if you don't do anything, I don't find that attractive. Because what the fuck is we going to talk about? Am I wrong or am I right? What are we going to talk about if you are just looking for a sugar daddy and I can't provide that for you? Just kidding.
Shut up. I don't work out.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about then?
I'm just saying if you don't do something, you don't have to work out. You could be a cook. You could be a chef. You could be a cook and a chef are the same thing. You could be a DJ.
Yeah, but you have to understand some girls nowadays just like all they do is like look on Instagram and just.
Everybody wants to be an IG model.
Just let them.
If you're bad, it might work. But you have to be bad.
Not all the time.
Well, you have to be bad on IG, not in real life. Anyway, another turn on.
Not all the time.
So I wrote this down as a pretty long sentence. I like girls who have the confidence to come up to me.
Okay. Yes.
And talk to
me.
But
okay.
I only say that because I'm a fucking bitch and I won't come up to you. The only way I'll come up to you is if there's some sort of scenario or something happens where we can have a natural conversation that stems off of something that happened. Mm-hmm. We're in the elevator. Mm-hmm. The button's not working. We have to call the guy. The guy comes and fixes it. And then we have that was so random. What's your name? Brittany. Nice meeting you. You got IG? Let me I got something going on tonight if you want to come through.
Really, Ricky?
But that's what I mean. Like, I'll never just like be in an elevator, be like, "Hey, what's up? Name's Ricky." Like, what? I don't see that as like a good time to be like, "Hey, name's Rick."
It may not be.
I know people that do that, but I can't.
Yeah, but it's like, do you need to like introduce yourself to everybody?
No, but that's not what I mean.
No, but I get what you're saying.
I would never approach somebody in the elevator when they're trying to go to their lives and I'm trying to go to mine. Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't just be like, "Hey, it's Tuesday. Welcome. What's your name?" Nice
I think that
you.
you should genuinely seek interest in someone if you're interested in them. I think that girls, and I've like been watching, I'm gonna like do a little like plug here or whatever, but Hood Healer, and she said Hood Healer.
I need you to pronounce their words.
Hood Healer. Oh, she's based out of LA.
This is not gonna help the pronunciation.
Okay, whatever. But she's based out of LA, and I was like listening to a podcast that she was being interviewed in not too long ago, and she said that girls don't ever go after what they want, as in like you never slide into a guy's DMs. You kind of just like settle for what lands in your lap. And I think that's so true.